Hello and welcome to MoReece J TV, and thank you very much for coming over and checking this one out. Now this one again is not a reaction, this is a review. You saw a little less than a week ago now. I think it was about less than a week ago, about 5-6 days ago I believe. I did a review of this guy right here, Eclipse, and the Dark Squad Entertainment guys. History. They did a track called History. I did a review of it because I've shared it before. I shared it when it dropped. We did run it on one of the fire shows. But to be honest with you, I really want more people to check this guy out because um, anybody that grew up on hip hop will know exactly why when they hear this track here, and if they go back and check out History, it's got that it's got that authentic hip hop about it. It's got the culture comes through, and the story is relevant. It's as relevant now as it's always been. This is something that I think will the messages in both these tracks, History and this one, are going to be valid no matter what generation you're from, what generation you're in, or what generations to come. Like this is solid storytelling, but telling factual stories like history, like the way that on the history track, the way that history repeats itself. We tend to ignore history and forget history and keep repeating it, and that's why it repeats itself. And then in this one, Trust and Betrayal, you're gonna love this one, guys. This was the track that we first heard from Eclipse, and we got. I remember we went into a live. I think it was myself and Mama Spider. We went into a live stream from Dark Squad Entertainment, and they were recording History. I think they were putting it together. It was and I'm telling you, man, you need to check these out. You need to really check these tracks out and go sub to their channel. And honestly, anyway, we're gonna get to this one. This one. Sorry if I seem a little bit like. Ugh. It's because I was ill for a few days. I've only just got started getting a bit better, so I still feel a little bit like cloudy. But anyway, we're going to check this one out. This is called Trust and Betrayal from Eclipse at Dark Squad Entertainment. Let's go, guys. This is a music video as well. So trust is earned, respect is given, and loyalty is demonstrated. Facts. Betrayal of any of those is to lose all three. Well, that's facts as well, because you think, if you break trust, you lose respect and you're not loyal. If you can't get respect without the other two, not really, not real respect. And loyalty, if you breach loyalty, obviously trust is gone and your respect is gone. Facts, man, that's facts. So he's got a lot of people in this video. Now I know this is Eclipse. The guy spitting is called Eclipse, but Dark Squad Entertainment, I'm not sure how many there is. I know when he went live, there seemed to be another guy. I think there was one more guy on there doing the beat production. So I'm guessing it's a team. I'm guessing they're like a crew. They probably know each other well. They've all jumped on this Dark Squad Entertainment idea, I believe. This is just me guessing from this video. Quite a lot of people in this video, which you're going to see, and I'm wondering how many of those are part of the team. They all do different parts and stuff, because everything you'll see the production, everything on this is fire.
The streets are cold-hearted, no love in the drug games. The crack epidemic is with so many thugs slain. Victims of Satan's bait chaser.
And he's right, man. The escalation of like drugs, I'd say. I mean, drugs have been around for a minute, but I mean, if you go through history, say the last 50 years, each generation's just got worse and worse and worse with the drugs, man. And it's brought nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. And the government, me personally, I believe the government are not just behind it because they've made it illegal and they've created that situation, but I think they're coining in from this fucking drug war shit.
Power and wealth, it's the love of money that's evil, not the money itself.
Yeah.
The difference between the two, try to keep that in mind. The most poisonous recipe, greed and envy combined. That's just part of the package deal from the start of your grind. Right along with those smiling faces who'll be crossing the line. You will find the dollar signs off and lead to the sea. Your body beneath the sheet, surfing slicker than sleep. Someone weaves in with the...
So what you're gathering so far, he's talking more about how money makes people behave, really. He's not saying that it's not the money itself, but what money does to people. I mean, you could get the most loyal, trusting, respectful person you've ever met in your life, and then put £10 million on the table now, or $10 million for you guys. Put that on the table now, and you might find that guy's going to change all of those morals in a hot second, because that 10 million speaks louder than any fucking moral he's got in his body, which is a fake. That demonstrates him as a fake straight away. But money can do that to the most respectable of people. It really can.
Weak, crooked, grim when they creep. Double crossing, scheming against you, keep your business discreet. They starving, they want to eat, about to run in your residence. Demand the code to the safe.
And that's exactly what it's all about, because money, what we tend to forget is money doesn't just change people because it can, get you a flashy car, and, you can have a PS5 anytime you want, every room if you want. You can have anything, but it's not that aspect. It's the fact that people are generally fucking struggling. Like, so money isn't just like, oh, that's going to buy me anything I want. I'm just going to solve all my problems that are really fucking killing me right now. And this is why people start to shit on each other for money.
Search for bricks of the president, left for dead with no hesitance, discarded all evidence. Hate derived from Satan and it's been that way ever since. A trap in the dead end, get out while you can, before it plays the divide and conquer between you and your man. Trust turns into betrayal, not according to plan. So be prepared for the worst when you play in your hand. Everybody is a suspect, family will do you dirty. I know so many niggas who got murdered before they 30s. You better stay sharp first, second, and even thirdly. These streets are cold-blooded, you heard me? And don't you ever...
Yeah, that I love that message, man. At the end of it, like he said multiple things there. Like he's talking about, don't get into this rat race of chasing money by putting your whole life in danger, or putting yourself on a destructive path, like trying to be a gangster, trying to be some mad hardcore hustler. But you can hustle, but there's limits. You can be a little bit, you can make moves. You can be an opportunist at times. Just make sure that you maintain your integrity. But he also said about, trusting. He's like, you can't even trust anyone. Everybody's a suspect. There's always a potential that anybody, even the person that's been by your side since you was fucking this high, can turn against you. That they can switch up at any point. Multiple reasons, usually relationships, money, kids, all sorts of shit.
Put stock in the word called friend. You'll find out it's every man for himself in the end. History can be misleading cause these niggas pretend, and it's only a matter of time before the rules start to bend. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's been cooking up for a while, hatred growing within. Now they looking up with a smile, they just know how to blend. Catch you sleeping and in denial, throwing caution to win. Now they creeping across your tiles with some help from your kin. Close relationships been defiled so these traitors can win. Should've spotted this from a mile, it was showing back then. But when you're living this lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, your name ends up in the file or you're caged in the pen. The money stacking in piles, then these vultures run in. Through these tribulations and trials, things are twisting, they spin. There's not a soul you can trust, no, not even your twin. It's a trap in the dead end, get out while you...
Yeah, man. It's real bad out here, man. And it's getting worse. Like, Do you know what's worse? I think about today. I don't think it's any worse. To be honest, I saw more violence in the 90s than I've seen in the last, say, 10, 15 years. I've seen some mad shit in the last 10, 15 years that I haven't seen before, but I ain't seen the intenseness as I did when I was younger. But that could be because I've changed environments a bit as well. But the 90s to me was fucking rough as hell. But you know what it is bad about today? People will do. I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, most of the robberies were armed, balaclava. There were a whole team, and they went and robbed like fucking places that they knew had tons of cash. And most of the time, nobody got hurt unless they fucked around. Nowadays, you've got kids who will walk in with just a baseball cap and the hood up, and they'll pull out a gun or a sword or whatever the fuck they're carrying, and they'll hold up like a 7-Eleven for like $300. That's what fucks me up the most about today, and it's getting worse. But it's money. At the end of the day, you got more people. There's more people desperate. I'd say there's more poverty than there is uh, rich. And what I mean by that is I don't mean by, wealth to be distributed. I mean like the people. I'd say far more people were poor, way more people were poor than are rich. And I mean it's been designed that way, man.
Can before it plays the baton between you and your man. Trust turns into betrayal, not according to plan. So be prepared for the worst when you plan your hand. Everybody is a suspect, family will do you dirty. I know so many niggas who got murdered before they 30s. You better stay sharp first, second, and even thirdly.
And that's facts as well, man. People, I mean, I'm 30. I forgot my age. I'm nearly 36. I'm coming up 36. And there's already 8 people in my life growing up that are no longer with us, and a lot of them died, before they was 20. Some of them died in their 20s, and like it was always to do with something fucked up, man. Every single time, and not always drugs, but just in general fucked up reasons that you could easily, link to, a drug deal gone bad or a woman or whatever. Crazy.
Streets are cold-blooded, you heard me? The main ones you need to watch are the ones who are close to you. Though they may not be as obvious as the snakes who oppose to you. They 10 steps ahead, knowing your game like you're supposed to do. You reap what you sow for anything that you chose to do. To make matters worse, the police start to investigate. Mouths have started running, especially those who invest in hate. Testing faith for deceptive power of riches. Once the heat is on, the hardest stuff can turn into snitches. So be careful what the things you do and say right in front of them. Blood ain't always thicker than water, don't trust none of them.
That's facts, man. Do you know, I've had so many conversations with people about deep shit, and then those people are no longer like people that I fuck with. And you sit there and think to yourself, like when somebody stops being a friend, say nobody's this person's not my friend no more. I used to fuck with you. You used to be my friend, and then you did this, you did that. We're not friends no more. And then that person walks away. And they know shit. They already know shit that they know other people don't know. Now, regardless of why that friendship separated, regardless of why we're no longer fucking with each other, if that still never comes out, if my, my personal shit doesn't come out after that, then I still hold a little bit of respect for that person, because I'm like, you know what? We don't fuck with each other. It got nasty, and you still, kept my business, zipped up, and I'm gonna keep yours zipped up. That's one thing, because I sit there and think to myself, shit, man, I've been cool with this person for 15 years, and now they fucking hate my guts. Jesus, I wonder what they're gonna start saying to people. But at the end of it, I mean, people will fucking cuss you and shit. But when the real snakes, they will bring up all of those dirty fucking secrets, man. I'm telling you, that's, to me, that's what a snake is. They'll bring up the dirty secrets, just to get one up on you.
Learn this for myself firsthand, what can become of them. Betrayal cut me deep, I'm a skeptic of very one of them. Be sure to pay attention when I look in the man's eyes. His tension often brings out the truth in the man's lies. Secrets never mentioned, go to the grave when the man dies. Prevention of me slipping surely shows when the man's wise. It's a trap in the dead end, get out while you can, before it plays divide and conquer between you and your man. Trust turns into betrayal, not according to plan. So be prepared for the worst when you plan your hand. Everybody is a suspect, family will do you dirty. I know so many niggas who got murdered before they 30s. You better stay sharp first, second, and even thirdly. These streets are cold-blooded, you heard me?
X-ray.
That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. As I say, guys, this is a review. It's not a reaction. I really wanted you to peep this if you haven't already. It'd be nice to see some other reactors jump on this as well. And history I really liked. And this one, the moral of the story, trust and betrayal, man. Like, there's that fine line. You know, just be careful. Just be careful who you fuck with. You know, who you trust with, you know, who you trust to know you, you know, like. And like you said, it could be it could be in your family. It could be, you know, one of your brothers, your best friend. It could be anyone. So just be careful, man. Be vigilant, and just whatever you don't need to speak about, don't speak about it ever. So anyway, guys, if you loved this track and you loved the video, please head down to my description. The link to this video will be in the description there, so you can go head over, show some love, run this one up. And shout out to Eclipse and Dark Squad Entertainment, absolute fire. And guys, you've been watching MoReece J TV, and I thank you so much for that. Don't forget, there's other links in the description as well for all things Lyrical Assassins. Take care, guys. Have a good day.